Hey guys, my name is Alex. Today I'm going to show you the most shocking secret of the 21st century that's holding 94% of business owners back. It's actually holding business owners hostage to their businesses, which is kind of weird. Alright? And I'm also going to cover what is the real hack to scaling your business. Alright? Because there is a hack. Okay, and I'm going to show you how I came across that in just a second and what the hack is, and I'm going to give you my personal plug and play framework that I use with all of my clients and help them make a bunch of money. All right, now it's not about spending $10,000 on ads. It's not about using creepy sales tactics, and it's not going to take a decade to see money coming in. This can almost be seen instantly. Okay, instantly is a bit of a drag, but you get what I mean. It's a lot quicker than any other route that you're going to find. And here's the thing, owning your business is much better than working for your business. And I'll explain what I mean in just a second. You're about to learn the most shocking secret of the 21st century that's holding 94% of entrepreneurs as hostages to their business. Alright? What you do with this information will literally determine if your business grows or crumbles. It's binary, there's no in between. You either grow or you crumble. There's no stagnant, and you know that if you're a business owner. Whether you own a service-based business or you're running a global e-commerce brand or you're selling software, you own a SaaS company, whatever company that you own, this will triple your business. And I can't guarantee that it's going to happen overnight. It might not even happen by next week, okay? But it will happen, and it's going to happen much faster than the traditional route of Facebook advertising, okay? And for that amount of transformation to take place, it will require you to take a pen and paper out or take your phone out, get your notes app out, okay? Take some notes. You need to be taking notes because I'm going to reveal absolute gold to you, all right? I'm going to reveal absolute gold. And this really is the biggest revelation of the 21st century for anybody who owns a business, all right? And just before I start, I'm going to tell you why I am doing this, why I'm telling you this for free. Because when we get into the meat of this video, that's exactly what you're going to think. You're going to think, why is this guy telling me all of this for free? And the reason is actually quite simple. Because I'm going to offer you something at the end of this video. And for you to accept that offer, you need to understand what this is, how it works, and why it's going to make you money, okay? I need to show you exactly how it's going to turn your business into the money printing dispenser that you first imagined when you first started your business, alright? So, if you stick around, I'll show you how you can get the secret offer that I just spoke about for free, okay? So, how do you get sales predictably using scientific precision? You're watching this video because you're tired of spending all day trying different marketing gimmicks where gurus will promise you $10,000 by tomorrow morning and it never happens for a good reason. You're too reliant on word of mouth and you're worried that the second that dries up, you'll be next to dry up. Or you run ads before and nothing worked and you lost all the money that you couldn't really afford to lose. It was all of your savings, your business suffered a lot that time. And you also probably paid an agency or some certain individual that caused that whole mess, okay? And I know it's difficult and I've seen this happen firsthand, okay? Hasn't happened to me, but I've seen it happen firsthand. It was quite close to home, okay? I've seen business owners like yourself spending back-to-back gloomy days without sleep, feeling a heavy weight of doubt and anxiety and worry. Alright? If you're anything like me, then you also probably felt a wave of shame just drowning you. It makes it so difficult to focus on anything other than where is the next sale coming from? It just really is that bad. Okay, so I understand completely. And even worse, what if that sale never comes? I faced this fear day after day for years. Okay, and this led me to think, what if there was another way? A way that you can predictably get sales. A way you can turn $1 into $3 or $4. A way to separate yourself from the tireless hours of overthinking and strategic planning that all ends up getting thrown in your mental archive folder anyway. So, after gaining an addiction to nicotine and caffeine and messing up my sleep schedule, I found that way. The answer surprised me so much that I couldn't believe it to be true. It was actually too simple to be true, so I continued searching, and after a total of 213 hours of deep research, granted, I did use ChatGPT, but that just reinforces the amount of research that came into play here, alright? I formulated the perfect strategy to scale any business. And it isn't about producing unfathomable amounts of content. It doesn't require you to wait half a year, and it doesn't take up any more than just 10 minutes a day. Okay? This is leverage. We're talking about leverage. You know, when you invest in stocks or crypto, you can put leverage on. You invest $10 and it acts as $100. This is the same thing here. If you use this, this is going to be leverage for your business. Any action that you do for your business using this strategy will 10x the output. It's guaranteed. All right? And it really is the most powerful secret of the 21st century for anybody who wants to make serious money. And I'm about to reveal it to you. It's called a 3D advantage matrix. And the reason it's called a 3D advantage matrix is because phase 1 is differentiate, phase 2 is demand, phase 3 is drive. Hence the name 3D advantage matrix. Phase 1 is where you differentiate, okay? 73% of businesses in the world lack a clearly defined USP. And out of those 27 that have a clearly defined USP, it's usually something completely generic, like excellent customer service, call us when you have problems, best on the market, etc., etc. This doesn't sell. It never has. It never will. Okay? It just doesn't sell. It certainly does not set you apart from the crowd. This is ultimately just shrinking you. You're the exact same as everybody else. If you say something generic like that, even though it might be true, you might be the best plumber there, okay? But if you say best plumber in the world, there are like 94,000 other plumbers saying the exact same thing. And when somebody comes along and sees 94,000 plumbers saying the exact same thing, they don't know who to trust. So they're just going to go to the person who stands out. So phase 1 of the matrix is to make it impossible to ignore you. That's all it is. It's simple as that. Just make it impossible to ignore you. And this is without any content, so you won't have to hire a full-time content creator to manage your social presence or start posting content. You won't have to pay anyone for this. We do this so well that people who come across you cannot sleep at night. Alright? That's how powerful this is. They'll be tossing and turning with you in their minds, and even when they do fall asleep, they'll be dreaming about you. That you want to get into their heads. And it's totally possible with this, okay? Phase 1 is all about making you stand out. Not by a bit, not even by a lot, but by an astronomical amount. Okay? You need to stand out completely. Phase 2 is demand. 76% of e-commerce brands lose their hard-earned money to ads, alright? And a massive 81% of physical and software companies never see any sort of return on investment from ads, okay? So always in the negatives, 81% of the time. So, in total, around 8 out of 10 businesses worldwide never make it with ads. Never. 8 out of 10 businesses. And as you could probably guess, I studied late, deep, and hard to find out what makes that difference. How come only 2 out of 10 businesses found ads profitable? And I don't know about you, but when I see a number like that, 2 out of 10, that's 20%. 20% of business owners only make money with ads. It just sparked something in my head and I couldn't fall asleep. I just stayed up all night, all day, multiple days, just researching how. It genuinely interests me, and that's why you can validate everything that I'm telling you is 100% true. And I thought it might be because some businesses have bigger budgets. For example, Coca-Cola, $400 million ad spend budget or marketing budget, one of them two. Or maybe some just have better products, some are more exciting, some are more appealing to bigger markets, etc., etc. But it's really nothing to do with that, okay? Because to become a billionaire, all you have to do is sell a product a lot of times to the exact same people. You'll see what I mean in just a second, okay? But it's nothing to do with that. And when I found the answer, it actually shocked me awake at 2 a.m. And I went completely down the rabbit hole. I found out that the reason only 2 out of 10 businesses in the world experience a positive ROI on ads is because they find the right medium to advertise on. It really is that simple. Okay? Let me explain. There are 2 types of audiences online. One which is already looking to buy your product and one which is not. Okay? It's either they're looking to buy or they're not looking to buy. There's no in between. Okay? Now, these 2 types of audiences are separated and are on completely different platforms. So the trick here isn't even a trick. It's just researching your market and finding out where your audience spends the most time. That could be Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads, it could be Reddit ads, it could be LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, anything. You just need to find out, where does your audience spend the most time? And it might well be that they spend the most amount of their time on 3 or 4 different platforms. That's why you look at the mass. You look at the mass, you find the most common interest. You find that out and just double down on that. You double down on the 4% that brings 64% of the revenue, okay? The way this works is you show up there in front of your target audience every single time with your new hypnotizing USP that lures sales in. That's why phase 1 is like the fundamentals, okay? Everything you saw here, phase 1, these are the fundamentals. You cannot break this. This is step 1. This is always step 1. Stand out, okay? Because if you stand out, it makes everything 100, a million times easier, okay? So phase 1 and phase 2, this will make you a lot of money alone, okay? If you stand out and you advertise on the right medium, you don't have to invest tens of thousands on ads. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, creating new sort of campaigns and new angles. Find what's working. Just take inspiration from that. I'm not saying copy, never copy, it's not a good thing, but take inspiration from that. You take inspiration from what's already working and you apply it to your business, your product, your ad, your USP, whatever it is, okay? Now, phase 3 is drive. It's not enough to just make a bunch of sales, okay? It's nice, and just like I said, using the first 2 phases of this matrix will help you make a whole bunch of money. This is guaranteed, okay? But what if I told you there was a way to turn 1 customer into 3 or 4 or 7 or 10 or any number in the world that's possibly imaginable? What would that mean for your business? Genuinely think about that for a second. Imagine every single customer you've served in the past. Now, add up the monetary value all of that sums up to, and then times that even by 2. That's 200% increase, all right? That's 2x what your business is right now, okay? It's crazy. So this is the most powerful part of the matrix. This is literally, you already have leverage, and you're putting leverage on the leverage. That's what it is, okay? And that's exactly what phase 3 is all about. It's not about finding new customers or new leads or generating new sales. It's all about getting those leads and getting those prospects from phase 2 and multiplying them without doing any more work. All right? It's dead simple. How? You can probably guess. It took a significant amount of research. And it's not just email marketing. That is a part of it. Yes. But it's very small. It's only a splinter compared to the entire tree. All right? The way you really multiply customers is through retargeting. And this isn't just a normal way of spamming out the same ad to the same person hundreds of times over. That just leaves them ultimately hating you because you're interrupting them. You're interrupting their personal space, and now you're tracking them, and they don't even like what you're putting forward because they've already bought it. You're annoying them, etc., etc. You know the feeling. You've been tracked with ads before. You've seen one thing on Amazon and then you see it everywhere on Google, on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, everywhere. All right? It just leaves them wishing that they never bought from you in the first place. So the way you actually do this is you start running meta ads, so Instagram and Facebook ads, to retarget people who have been on your site and they've bought, and we hit them with a new killer offer. So effectively, this is going back to phase 1. You hit them with one offer, they buy, and then you come along and you go, I've got another offer for you. Simple. Really simple. Okay? And since these people have already bought from you, they will now instinctually be more inclined to buy from you again. The only difference is this time your price goes up. Alright? And that's along with the value of your offer, obviously. Okay? You can't just charge more for the same exact thing. Okay? That's going to be seen as unjust. You need to bring them something new. Humans love novelty. The human brain loves novelty. If you give them something new, if you give them something they haven't seen before, if you give them some new information, new offers, they're more likely to buy just because it's new. Quick example, let's say you're a chiropractor. I'm not sure if chiropractors do this, but let's say you're retargeting people who have had deep tissue therapy from you, okay? Now you hit them with a new offer for another, more expensive, specialized treatment, okay? It really is that simple. If you're an e-commerce brand, okay, you're selling skincare stuff. You sell something like those stickers girls put on their forehead to make spots go away. Okay, you sell that, someone buys it. Now you retarget them for face wash, or you retarget them for a sponge, a face sponge, or a scrub, whatever. It is that simple. Okay, and again, there really is no downside to this, because regardless if they buy your second offer or not, you're going to consistently be showing up in front of them, and that's going to build something called top of mind awareness, which is profoundly important. Okay, top of mind awareness is so important, because the second, going back to this example, the second they do need a chiropractor, you will be the first person they call, and guaranteed they will need one of your products or services again. Guaranteed. Okay, so just a reminder, this works for all businesses, shapes and sizes. Applying this custom strategy to your business is literally like shoving a hot metal rod inside of a bee's nest and watching those bees storm at you. Okay, except those bees are people, and those people are your customers. And now you know how this strategy will print you money. Here's my offer to you. I will get on a 30-minute strategy call with you and show you exactly how you can implement this into your business, or get a grasp on your business model, what you sell, what you do, who you sell to. I'm going to show you the strategy in all of its components, and I'm going to tailor it exactly for your business. Okay? I'm going to show you exactly how you can take everything I've just spoken about, step by step, and put it into your business. And ultimately, this is also, you can just print some money. Okay? And this is going to make sure that you are providing your business with the oxygen and blood that it needs, which is sales. And you know what? I'm not even going to charge you $500 for this. I'm not going to charge you $100 for this. I'm not going to charge you 30 or 50 or 10 or 5. I'm not even going to charge you a single dollar for this. It's going to be for free. That's right, for free. And as a bonus, on top of giving you a tailored custom strategy to scale your business predictably with scientific precision, I'll also write it down in a clear step-by-step action plan that I'm going to send over to you once you know exactly how to scale your business, okay? This way, you know, you've spoken to me, you know exactly how the steps to take to scale your business using this strategy that I haven't seen anybody else use. And you can also do it in your own time, because it's going to be in PDF format sitting in your inbox, alright? And I can't guarantee this is going to be easy to set up, okay? If that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for something easy, please do not book this call. It's not going to be easy, okay? I can't guarantee that. And I also can't guarantee that this is going to be quick to set up, alright? After all, you do not have the same experience with the strategy as I do, and this is foreign to you. It's foreign. You've never heard of this before. Maybe you've never even run ads before. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be quick. You might not even get results for the first week, alright? But you will get results. And what I can guarantee is that if you set this up and you follow the action plan, you will get so many customers, you will have no clue what to do with them. Alright? And I can also guarantee that if you don't take this offer, you will stay stuck where you are for longer than you need to be. And that is best case scenario. Alright? You will know exactly how to scale your business. You will be told exactly the steps you need to take to scale, and you will have the document to keep forever that has a tailored growth system for your business. Okay? All of this in less time than it takes for you to go to your closest cafe, buy an espresso, and sit back down at your desk. Only here, I'm not even charging you an espresso. I'm not charging you a single thing. It's 100% free, and I can guarantee that this customer strategy will help you print an extra $20,000 per month. So, in reality, what is there to lose? Okay, if you don't take this call, you will probably go back to YouTube and watch those gurus promising you absurd amounts of money overnight. It's crazy, but sure, go ahead. You'll probably go find the next silver bullet that catches your eye and try that out until you realize you wasted 6 days on something that doesn't even work. You might even take everything I've said and just go do this yourself. There's no harm in that. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm actually encouraging you. If you're proficient in advertising and USP creation and offer creation, go ahead. It really is that simple. If you're proficient at all of this, just stick everything you know together and go ahead. Alright? But this call is only for people who are serious about fast tracking that long road to a freakishly profitable business. Freakishly profitable. It's going to be so profitable, it's almost going to feel illegal. Your people who you associate with, your friends, your colleagues, your family, they're going to think you're doing something completely illegal. Alright, that's the fun in this. It's going to look like overnight success. And just as a quick side note, this call will automatically have a $350 price tag attached. The second I have 5 lucky entrepreneurs come back to me telling me how much money I've printed for the business. Ultimately, the second I have 5 good case studies, which will probably be the 5 first entrepreneurs that come back to me, that's when I'm going to put the price tag on this, so you must be quick, okay? So, you have 3 options really. Number 1, you can pretend like you never saw this. You can go back to Facebook and find the next ultimate money glitch that catches your eye and go through that process a couple dozen times. Or 2, you can go back, try implementing what I've told you and come back after several weeks. Only by that time there will be a $350 price tag attached in school when you have the chance to get it now for free. So, if you're really about taking that next big step and capitalizing on the biggest opportunity your business has seen in the 21st century, click the button below this video. It's going to be in the description below and get yourself booked in.